Live with hostess Mark and Kelly as Kelly Ripa taped her final day at the original studio. She broke down in tears. The popular morning chat program had been filmed here for almost 40 years. She has been hit hard by the fact that she must now say goodbye. For further information, continue reading. Filming her final day at the studio, Kelly Ripa is emotional. Since this was the final day of filming in the historic studio, it marks the end of an era for die-hard live fans. Here, Kathie Lee Gifford and the late Regis Philbin roused people and allowed fans to enter their life. It was Kelly Ripa who took over after Katie Lee left. Michael Strahan and Ryan Seacrest eventually took Regis' spot. Mark Consuelos, Kelly's husband, who had previously worked as a guest presenter, finally started working there full-time. Having collaborated on the now-canceled soap serial All My Children, they form a formidable team. The talk show hosts, however, will be relocating from the Upper East Side to downtown to a new studio. Beyond live, Kelly saw great significance in the studio, which was situated at 7 Lincoln Square, near 67th Street and Columbus Avenue. She has worked with the show for 24 years, and her kids grew up at the studio. Regarding her association with the original location, Mark said, Kelly Ripa continued by saying that there was little maternity leave available when she had her kids. As a result, she would bring her children to work every day, for which she will always be thankful. Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, the 3 children that Kelly and Mark share, are very close to the people at Live. They have genuinely formed a family and text each other. The last episode of Uptown was taped in March 2025, but it wasn't broadcast until Monday, April 1. The relationship between AMC and before they eloped in 1996, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos broke up after falling in love on All My Children. They had to make an unexpected Mother's Day appearance on Live with Regis and Kathie Lee after their split. Despite their best efforts to avoid their responsibilities, Mark and Kelly both turned up. They came to the realization that they were destined to be together, and that they did want to stay together forever. Essentially, this studio assisted them in rediscovering their love or in realizing the value of their relationship. Though they are eager for what lies ahead, fans are also finding it difficult to say goodbye to the legendary studio. Hopefully, they will swiftly adapt and come to terms with the fact that change can sometimes be the finest thing ever. Are you glad Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos are starting afresh, or will you miss the old studio? It was a morning of tears, laughter, and an overwhelming wave of nostalgia as Kelly Ripa officially filmed her final day inside the Live with Kelly and Mark studio, a space that had been her second home for over 2 decades. From the moment she walked through the doors that morning, camera crews were already rolling, capturing every raw and heartfelt moment of an emotional goodbye. I'm not great at goodbyes, Kelly admitted softly as she stepped into her familiar dressing room one last time. Her reflection in the mirror showed more than a flawlessly made-up face. It showed the history, the memories, the hundreds of mornings she spent preparing to greet America with a smile. A day unlike any other. Though Live has experienced many memorable episodes, nothing quite prepared viewers or the crew for this particular day. From the very first segment, something in the air felt different. The usual cheer was mixed with bittersweet tension. The set was adorned with fresh peonies, Kelly's favorite flower, and a soft reel of her best moments over the years played quietly on monitors in the background. Mark Consuelos, her husband and co-host, seemed unusually subdued. As the cameras went live, he reached over, gently squeezed Kelly's hand, and said, "Let's make this one count." Kelly smiled, already blinking back tears. "This is surreal," she whispered. "It's like I'm dreaming, and I don't want to wake up." Reflecting on the journey, throughout the show, producers had planned a series of surprise segments, each one paying tribute to Kelly's incredible journey on Live. From her debut in 2001 alongside Regis Philbin, to the hilarious chemistry she built with Ryan Seacrest, and now her shared desk with husband Mark, Kelly's time on the show has spanned eras, audiences, and countless cups of morning coffee. A video montage played mid-show, featuring clips from iconic interviews, Halloween costume episodes, and blooper reels. In one touching moment, the screen showed a 30-year-old Kelly introducing herself for the first time to the audience. "I'm Kelly Ripa, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm excited." The younger version of her beamed on screen. In the present-day studio, Kelly laughed through her tears. "Oh my God, I had no idea what was coming," she said, wiping her eyes. Surprise guests and heartfelt messages. Just when Kelly thought she'd reached her emotional limit, the door to the studio opened mid-show and out walked Ryan Seacrest. The audience gasped and cheered as the former co-host and longtime friend embraced Kelly tightly. "I wouldn't miss this for the world," Ryan said. "You carried me through some of the most important years of my life. You taught me how to be brave on camera and how to keep it real, always." More surprises followed. Regis Philbin's daughters had recorded a special message thanking Kelly for being a light and partner to their father during his final years on the show. Her own children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, appeared in a sweet home video, each sharing personal memories of watching their mom on TV every morning growing up. "You're the reason we learned how to laugh before school," Joaquin said, even when Dad forgot his lines. Mark grinned proudly but stayed mostly silent, visibly holding back emotion. The final segment. As the final commercial break ended and the last segment began, the entire studio audience rose to their feet. The applause lasted nearly a full minute. Kelly stood, overwhelmed, one hand on her heart, the other clutching a tissue. Mark cleared his throat and turned toward her. "Before we wrap this show, before you walk off this stage for the last time as host, I just want to say something." Kelly shook her head, playfully. "No speeches," she teased, though her voice wavered. Mark continued anyway. "You have given everything to this show. To the staff, to the audience, to me. You woke up at 4 a.m. for years, put on a smile even on hard days, and made America feel like they had a friend in the room every single morning." A tear slid down her cheek. She reached out and held his hand. "You've been more than a host," he said. "You've been the heart." The crowd erupted into applause again, this time mixed with visible sobs. Kelly's last words. As the camera zoomed in for the final few moments, Kelly stood center stage, looking out into the audience, then directly into the lens. "I'm not leaving because I'm tired," she said, voice steady now, clear. "I'm leaving because I believe in timing. And I believe in endings that are full of gratitude, not regret." She took a deep breath. "Thank you for letting me be part of your mornings, for letting me be myself. Messy, emotional, caffeinated, loud. Thank you for trusting me with your time. I don't take that lightly." Kelly then paused, scanning the crew, many of whom had tears streaming down their faces. "To the staff who became family, I love you. Thank you for helping me show up every day." And finally, she turned to Mark. "To my husband, my partner in crime. Thank you for standing beside me through every version of this journey. You're not just my co-host. You're my home." Fade to black. As the show's theme music played for the last time with Kelly at the helm, the screen faded to black after a slow-motion shot of her turning around, waving one final time, and walking off the set hand in hand with Mark. But before the screen went completely dark, one final image appeared. Kelly's signature coffee mug resting on the desk, next to a note. "See you in the mornings. Just not from this chair. Love, Kelly." What's next? Though she didn't reveal specific plans during the show, sources close to the production hint that Kelly isn't retiring. She's simply pivoting. Rumors swirl of a behind-the-scenes production role, a memoir in the works, and possibly a docuseries chronicling her 25 years in daytime TV. Whatever her next chapter holds, one thing is certain: the live studio will never be quite the same. As the final credits rolled, the world said goodbye to an era, and to the women who helped define it, one morning at a time. Let us know in the comments below.